Okay, for part 2, we're going to cover how people make food unsafe. So the 4 ways that people make food unsafe is through poor personal hygiene. We've already been discussing that in class. And we're going to cover time and temperature abuse, cross-contamination, and poor cleaning and sanitizing. The number 1 way, which we've been talking about in class, is poor personal hygiene. Not washing your hands, not covering your mouth, spitting or coughing, and just essentially spreading germs into the food. Time and temperature abuse. Bacteria like to grow in certain temperatures. When it's too cold, they may die or they may stop growing. When it's too hot, they may die or they may stop growing. So when we talk about the danger zone, we're talking about the temperature in which bacteria and pathogens like to grow. If you leave food out too long in these temperatures, then the bacteria is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. It grows very fast. The danger zone is any temperature that is above 40 degrees or any temperature that is below 135. So hot food needs to be above 135 and cold food below 40. Cross-contamination is when you take a food that has pathogens on it, like raw chicken, and you transfer pathogens from one surface to another. If I have this chicken thawing in my fridge and it starts dripping down onto the broccoli that I'm going to put into my salad, then that is cross-contamination. If I use the same cutting board or I handle something without washing my hands and I spread germs from this chicken to the carrots or to other food items, then that is cross-contamination. And then there's also poor cleaning and sanitizing. When you transfer the pathogens from incorrectly cleaned surfaces to the food, you've cross-contaminated. So making sure that you are keeping up with your hygiene, you're controlling the time and temperature of food, that it is not left out in the danger zone, and you prevent cross-contamination, and you clean and sanitize very well before you cook, after you prepare food, and in between changing tasks. So last class period, we talked about the good personal hygiene. So the steps in hand washing. The scrubbing should take 10 to 15 seconds. The whole process about 20 seconds. Make sure you use the water as warm as you can stand and you have enough soap to get a good lather. And most importantly, in the scrubbing, make sure you get those fingernails in between the fingers, the crevices, the backs, the wrists, and all of that. Make sure that you wash your hands before and after using the bathroom, after you handle raw things, touch your body anywhere, sneeze or cough or blow your nose, eat, drink, chew gum, tobacco, anything that you've touched your mouth, and also after handling chemicals. A hand sanitizer should never be used instead of washing. You can use it after you wash your hands. Make sure that you let it dry before you touch food or equipment and follow the directions on the bottle. Every food service establishment must have a hand washing sink that has both hot and cold running water, soap, single-use paper towel or a hand dryer, a garbage container for those towels, and if you work in a food service establishment, tell your manager if anything is missing. And finally, last class, we talked about bare hand contact with ready-to-eat foods. And I'll do part 3 with glove use.